Hey guys, how's it going? It's Kara here with another Exos Heroes video. In today's video, we're going to be breaking into the new patch coming your way tomorrow. So this one's really big. This one's not just the typical new character, maybe something else on top of it. This is actually a really big patch, so a lot to cover. Let's get into it. All right, first thing, all this is very typical. They're going to be talking about the specific dates that this is happening, August 12th, 1959 UTC, going to August 12th before the update. Rescheduled list of events. This is pretty cool that they're delaying the current events to accommodate for the maintenance. So, for example, the FATECORE chance up increase for Glenn and the exclusive weapon for him, the world event, the Bayer Electric Fan event, and then also the hero battle for April and Lucen. Those are the current things that are going to be expiring soon, so they wanted to continue, just push those off a little bit longer. Makes sense. Then they're going to be talking about the update time. Can't get into it, just very typical maintenance. But then here's where things are going to get interesting here soon. But we got, how's the next character confirmed of the summer characters. And like everyone predicted, she's a blue FATECORE. So she's going to be boosting percentages of her nation, like that specific type. So then this is just going to be going over like the typical stats she has. And then here's the additional buff that a blue FATECORE provides, which is 1% attack, 1% defense, 6% health, and then 2% combat power. Right here is going to be the characters that she buffs specifically. And the Heroes Nation in Taurus Republic, and then here's the FATECOREs. It's going to be Khan, Shell, Magi, and Chadi. The one I like the most out of this is going to be Chadi so far. A couple other ones that are notable, maybe Cybele. Wilkes is another. Wilkes, Colin, Morris. Those are all good characters that I use pretty consistently. Yao herself, obviously. So overall, I think this is a better spread than the Baraka one. I just really like having this. It really shows up a lot. These blue FATECOREs, way more than I would have expected initially when they first came out. Just from your raid, and then also embodiment of avarice. And then a lot of times, if you just need more CP for like challenges and stuff, it's just kind of nice to have. Then the real benefits come from the fusion, though. So you get the typical fusion stat boosts that you normally get, but the blue FATECORE also gets buffed pretty significantly when you fuse them. I don't think Yao's a character worth. I think she's a solid character, and I wouldn't fault anyone for pulling for her, especially it doesn't say her kit. I'm assuming it's just gonna be the very typical flop passive with the increased attack, and then reduces makes you immune to one frost ability, and then plus her normal kit. So I think she's fine. The major difference is going to be through the fusion. The fusion is going to get you, instead of just boosting 1%, it can go all the way up to 6%. Defense can go from instead of 1 all the way up to 6. But here's the big one, is going to be the health percentage. So the health goes from, normally, if you look up here, at 6%. Even at the lowest possible roll, it's going to be in the 10% range, can all the way go up to 30%, which is crazy. Last time, it wasn't really that many good characters. This time, Chadi is actually a really useful character in a lot of parts of content. So her, and she scales with health and defense, and so having significantly more defense and health on a character like Chadi that has a really good move that scales off of it could be really useful. But it's pretty niche. I think she's an okay FATECORE, nothing too crazy there. Then they're also, I do like this change where they're also doing a FATECORE, or the rate up chances for weapons. Even though I'm never going to go for them, I think it's completely, a massive, this is like whale only. But it is nice to know that there is a way out there to reasonably get one of these crazy weapons in the game. Better than knowing that, at 20, what was it, like 20k Zest can get you one, just something stupid, or you're just gonna be crazy lucky. I mean, if you're really a fan of character and you want to do this, at least they have the option. So Yao has this pufferfish gloves. and then typical faded weapon stats that give her a boost if you're specifically equipping it to her. And then she's going to be a 28 pull, just like blue Baraka from last time. Originally, I thought a 28 FATECORE on Baraka wasn't, I thought that was pretty dumb, especially with the blue FATECORE. I still think blue FATECOREs don't deserve a 28 pull. I think it should be less, maybe somewhere in between a 28 and a 19. But he turned out to be really good. So I use him all the time. Don't think Yao is going to have nearly as much usability as him unless they really change her kit, maybe massively increase her percentage. So, some little tip that I want to throw out when it comes to Yao, like characters like that have boosted attack percentage. This applies to attack percentage, defense percentage. As you level them up, the attack percentage modifier actually gets bigger. So just something to keep in mind. So kind of a cool thing about Yao. So you're actually going to, not only are you going to obviously be getting more attack, but the percentage of attack that you're going to be increasing gets bigger as you level her up. So just kind of good to know. So then next, this is interesting. And also I'm really worried about mistranslations, and it's just, I want to see this in game, but I have an idea what I think it is. And it's called Core Memory. It's an update. It looks like it's very similar to FATECORE sharing, but new. And core memory systems can receive additional buffs if they have a specific FATECORE. You can enhance the hero's abilities by applying your FATECOREs or those that your Air Squad members and Alliance users have to the FATECORE memory system. So if you look at this, you're seeing the pictures of these three, Degas, Iris, and Scarlet, and then you're seeing Bernadette, Glenn, and then Valentina here. Then if you look really closely, it's saying the three with so it's like kind of very theme specific, but how it works is this first one here is 5% buff to combat power, attack percentage, HP, and defense. Then you can see this other one, fusion stats 3 or higher, 15% on all those same stats, and then fusions of 5 or higher, which is absolutely nuts. Like just getting 2 fusions is absolutely insane, let alone 3 or 5. But that's 30% stat of combat power, attack percentage, HP percentage, and defense percentage. That would be a massive boost. It'd be so obnoxious to play against that. So I just don't know the specifics. Are they expecting, since they're bringing in the air squadron, is it that you guys get to pool your pulls together? Is this like, let's say you have some massive whale in your air squadron, and then he's the one that's going to place his own? Do you only get to place one? Like, let's say he just has one that has 3 fusions, and then so then you place that, and then we all get 15% or something like that. Or is you place yours, and then just your character gets 5% or whatever, depending on what you actually have currently. It just seems, I want to see it in game. They can say it however they want to say it, but I still want to take it with a grain of salt. This is very interesting. I think this is cool. More stats. Awesome. But I don't know specifically how they want this, how this is actually going to go through. Are you going to need a combination? Do you get a bonus when, like, you have all 3? Because there's these trios here. Like, they don't really cover why they're in specific groups of 3. I think there's more questions than answers at this point, but this could be a massive game changer to a lot of characters. Especially, imagine all these stats on a Degas, he'd be so obnoxious. Let's see what else it says. So you can check your core memory in your airships / FATECORE. The buff values generated by blue faded FATECORE acquisition effect are not reflected in core memory. The Alliance and Air Squadron members, FATECORE is not eligible for access for more than 7 days. I don't know what that means. I want to see the Alliance / Air Squadron members. The FATECORE is not eligible for access for more than 7 days. I don't know what that means. Like, do you place it in there and then you can't use them? Not very clear. Then the core memory is available after airship content opens the journal, of course. And then now let's. So I think definitely keep an eye on this. We'll know tomorrow. The worst case scenario, we're going to know tomorrow after the patch. But I don't feel like it's very clear, like a lot of their patch notes are. Okay, next is going to be the Scout system update. The Scouts, I think this is awesome. I think this is incredibly helpful for so many new players, so many people that are just not willing to pull on strings. This is cool. I don't know. We'll know 100% when it's actually implemented and we see just how much it's going to take to actually get these characters. But what it is it's allowing you to specifically get characters. So the scout system is updated to make it easy to recruit a hero you want to get. Through the scout system, you'll be able to acquire heroes who were relatively difficult to get from previous recruitments. In order to use the scout system, the conditions must be fulfilled for the essential heroes, and schedule scores must be used as materials at least once. As you can see here, here's the picture. It's like Bathory here. Bathory is not not collected yet. It's the one character apparently this account doesn't have. Then you click it, scout target. Then there's a scout conditions. It's saying you're requiring a rara here. Then scout points 0 out of 30,000. Then it looks like here all these Greenland citizens, apparently they're going to want Greenland citizens for this, are going to probably what you use them as food. You got to use one of them as food. Eventually, you just start slowly putting characters on here, and then you have to like disassemble like a crazy amount of legendaries and rares just to get one character here. And then it's also saying the score of the hero who uses it as a scouting material varies by hero. Scouting system is available after airship content open. Okay. I really hope it did, because we can do the math. What would be the math be? Okay. So like, let's say worst case scenario, it's like you need a rara plus all these characters for 120. I really don't want it to be this way, but you need 250. Like there's just no way. So I bet it's better than that. I'm hoping it's better than that. But it's mobile games, so expectations are very low. But at least they're throwing it out there where people are going to be able to get a guaranteed Bathory. And I hated being able to say like, oh yeah, you get a guaranteed Bathory through the string. Like that was such a bad way to be like, oh yeah, you absolutely are 100% guaranteed a Bathory. So at least it's another option. Next, we got the core rate update. I really like this. This is cool that I just want more content. More content, the better. All these upgrades and stuff like that don't matter if the content doesn't match all these things. I don't want to just keep doing the same things, or I want the same things to get updated like they did with the dragon. Okay, so core raid. We got core raid pass here. Core raid function has been added. You can purchase a premium pass and get a FATECORE recruit ticket compensation. So this looks very similar to the normal Exos pass, but different. So maybe you're going to have an Exos pass for 3,000 and then a core raid pass for 3,000. Then you get the FATECORE hero recruit ticket. So if you look closely, this picture here is identical to the final reward here. So how it's worded, it's like you could purchase a premium pass and get the FATECORE recruit ticket compensation. So it looks like you just get it, but I don't think you do. I think you need to grind all the way through to the very end. Then you can get the guaranteed random FATECORE. And so it's saying obtain one of the 5-star heroes equipped with FATECORE. Then FATECORE recruit ticket or randomly acquire one. Wait, let's just read that again. FATECORE recruit ticket or randomly acquire one of the black, gold, or blue grades. Excludes orange. Yeah, I'm really glad they excluded orange. I think that goes with that saying. Orange ones are cosmetic only usually, unless some weird niche effects. I'm glad that it's including all the black, gold, or blue. It's saying one of the 5-star heroes, but usually even rares become 5 stars through the FATECORE. So I believe the rare versions of them are still going to apply, like Iris and stuff. But I think this is awesome. Like a lot of people, we'll have to see the rewards in between and just how hard it is to actually grind this out. But allowing people to get a guaranteed FATECORE is really cool. I like that a lot. Hopefully people get lucky with the pull that they get, and it's not this massive grind. Because currently with the battle pass, like I think technically the battle pass is good value, but it's so tedious and so annoying that it's like I don't personally have fun playing it. It's not an enjoyable thing to do. It's finding the most obnoxious way to play the game and then giving me rewards for it. So hopefully that's not the case with this. FATECORE recruit ticket mailbox store, 90 days. So the event details. Clear the core raid dungeon and get the raid coupons. Use levy stones when entering a core raid dungeon. Event compensation. You can exchange your raid coupons into materials in the raid shop. The following items are exchangeable items in the raid shop. So it looks like you get a ton of passes, FATECORE armor tickets, and then fated weapon craft, and then Gale is always available, it seems like. Hopefully they give polished materials, and as much gold as possible. Shelter average is nice. Hopefully it's, XP books and then polished materials are the two things that I'm always seeming to want. And then precaution, you can play core raid after clearing chapter 713. The regular compensation can be purchased again after a certain period of time. Raid compensation will be reset after a certain amount of time. Raid compensation can be upgraded with a step up reward reset. So this is very similar to the normal core raid, but in a Exos Pass format with a really good reward at the end, but costs gems. Cautiously optimistic on a lot of these new features. Core raid, I really want the core raid to actually be fun. The last core raid was hilariously easy because they made it like red break, and then you just broke them once and then one shot them. But I also don't want the same thing what they did with the campaign, where the campaign is so obnoxiously hard in a very unfun way to play the game. It's just everyone hits way too hard. It's just the effects that happen are not very clear. The same with the labyrinth. The labyrinth is the exact same way. So I'm hoping that they're not doing that with the core raid. I just want a challenge, but nothing like an obnoxious challenge. Okay, and then a few more things. Karen is going to be the next hero for the hero story. So be sure, if you don't have a Karen, hit that up. She's a pretty solid character. I haven't really used her too much, but looking at her kit, she seems pretty good. And then, but nothing too crazy. And then next we got other modifications. Recruitment added a new function in FATECORE Chance Up recruitment menu, which leads to exclusive weapon Chance Up Airforge menu. Added a new function in FATECORE Chance Up. Okay, that just must be a convenience thing. And then village statue. So the embodiment average first rank users statue will be placed in the village. Cool. I mean, I think for someone, if you are top of embodiment, you are balling out in this game. So I think you deserve a statue. I think the top 3 deserve a statue because but it's crazy. Some of the things I've seen. I think his name's Spike. I think Spike's going to win, but so shout out to Spike on that one. I was looking at his arena team, and I believe he has like 8 characters with plus 15 moves or something just absolutely absurd. But yeah, that's cool. We'll have a Spike statue. Maybe we'll get competitive. Maybe we'll get really competitive. After now that there's like some real stakes here instead of those little I don't know, hats you get. Okay, so we got that. Country of the nation hero changed. Some hero nations of origin have been changed. The changed nation is used in Scout door creation by national recruitment. Help menu and tutorials added and modified several help menu contexts and tutorials regarding the new content such as core memory and Scout recruitment. And lastly, we got bug fixes. Let's see if there's anything of note here. Address the issue with Path of Trial icon does not appear. Okay, nothing. Adjusted the mail content of which was sent as a clear reward of trial passes stages. Addresses the issue which combat power display color not being changed according to the combat power penalty. Addresses the issue which exclusive weapon crafting ticket being omitted from the reward info in Path of Trials. Addresses the issue the game intermittently freezes. Awesome. In PvP. Or when Degas uses his active skill in 2, addresses the issue of being unable to proceed in the next round in Air Squadron battle due to intermittent freeze. That's massive. Like that's such a bummer. I try to take every precaution, especially when it comes to the whole Air Squadron battle. Like I refuse to play these on a emulator just because it's so common to freeze, and so hopefully they can keep ironing out those bugs there. And then lastly, addresses the graphic error issue from Black Moon Baraka FATECORE. I don't know what that one was, but I'm glad they fixed it. So all in all, I think we're getting a lot of content. My last video was talking about content that's going to drop apparently at the end of the month, always subject to change when it comes to these mobile games like this, but very cool that we're already. I'm excited for something that was happening in 2 weeks or 2 to 3 weeks, and then now we're getting a lot of content in a day. So very. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of this patch. If I really want to hear your guys' thoughts on this because this is so much to take in. And with that, you guys have a good one. Peace.